is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield. And they'll say actually right at midfield. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run with Hines, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage. Incompletion.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On second down, McCaffrey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
I'm going to show you,
make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Nathan. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Mayfield now from the 50. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah, that's how
And he
you
will
do it.
take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the gun, it's Allen. Steps away to his left. Just inside the 25-yard line. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Mayfield off the play fake. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 103 yards on the ground for him so far.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. Pushing through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Allen. And he's going to go down again. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Here's Hines. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Allen. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tanner Muse coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
We got 3. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes. Offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Dances by him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mayfield now. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. 135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Facing short yardage on third down, but he was able to pick up a very sizable gain.
He certainly was, and I think that maybe they were fooled a little bit because you and I both know this is a passing league, and that's not normally a running down, and they fooled him with it. Safety had to make the play. Otherwise, he's still running, and the next thing, he runs right into the goalpost.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now Allen. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be third and a mile. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Now Mayfield lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a
rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. This ball complete to Rager. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, let's get there. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. 58 is the mic. 58 is the mic.
Tight. Watch the slant.
58, right over there. Yeah.
One final try here for Allen. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long when they throw the football. They're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to